Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, y'all. In today's video, we're going to talk about Peter Yan versus Marcus. That's how you say his name. I'm just going to leave it at that. I'm not even going to lie. A 35-year-old prospect versus a 32-year-old former champion slash veteran. This fight went exactly how we all already knew how it was going to go. 35-year-old prospect is not going to stand a chance against a 32-year-old former champion who, might I add, did not lose any of those fights easily, didn't get finished against any of the world champions that he fought against. Went round for round for round. People actually thought that this Marcus man could sit here and defeat someone like Peter Yan. Like, this fight, there was literally no reason for this fight to happen. Like, Peter Yan should have fought against Umar Nurmagomedov. The reason why this fight happened, though, is because UFC wants to give other fighters the chance and opportunity to fight for the title. And I 100% understand it and agree with it. At the end of the day, he's already fought a former champion that had moved up from a weight class. I forgot his name. He beat him, soundly beat him. He should have fought Umar. I'm not going to lie. I understand why. At the time, Umar had fought for the title, and he came really close during that fight. He came just as close as Peter Yan did, but he ended up losing by decision. I want to give him at least one more fight fighting against Mario Patisse before he can fight for the title. To be honest, I feel like they should have just had Mario Patisse and Marcus McGee fight, because Marcus McGee is ranked number 12. Mario Patisse is ranked number 8. That would have made way more sense. I'm not even going to lie. And then they could have had Peter Yan versus Umar Nurmagomedov. Whoever won that fight gets a title shot. Right now, as we know, the Bantamweight division is looking to be very, very skilled and very, very talented. Now they have Bryce Mitchell, who moved down from 145 to 135, and he fought against Saeed Nurmagomedov, and he did very, very good in his fight. But I definitely don't think that I feel like he'll be able to fight for the title, but I don't think he'll be able to win against some of these higher ranking men. I personally feel like he's going to do good. He will definitely be a top 10 ranked contender. But nah, I just don't see him being able to beat anyone else that's in the rank top 5, I would say. As we know now, Corey Sandhagen is going to be fighting Merab. And I've heard a lot of UFC/MMA fans and combat sports people saying that Corey Sandhagen has a really good chance of being able to beat Merab. And even if he does, who cares? I just want to see someone else fighting for the title. Merab is going to be able to get it done with Corey. I feel like he'll be able to win, maybe by submission or decision. I said in my YouTube Shorts videos, I feel like the only way you can beat Merab is either by outstriking him or knocking him out. I don't see anyone in this weight class being able to fully out-wrestle him 24/7. Actually, after seeing Bryce Mitchell struggling with Saeed Nurmagomedov, struggling with somebody like that, you're definitely not going to be able to out-wrestle and out-grit the champion of the weight class. Definitely, though, I will say, if Peter Yan or Umar Nurmagomedov fights against Merab again, one of them is going to win that fight. And the reason why I say that is because the last time Umar fought against Merab, Khabib gave him really bad coaching advice. He had told him to try to out-wrestle Merab. And obviously, Merab proved during that fight that he can out-wrestle anyone at 135, and nobody can out-wrestle him. The game plan should be, allow him to take you down. It's about what you do after he takes you down. It was bad coaching on Khabib during that fight, and I remember watching it. Oh, it made me really, really upset. I'm not going to lie. Having to see him lose like that to a really close fight. And as y'all know, a lot of UFC and MMA fans were trying to be Islamophobic about the Dagestanis. And my thing is, it's like, cool if you don't like a fighter, but actually have a reason for not liking that fighter. Being Islamophobic and being racist to a group of people, specifically the Dagestanis, it's just not cool. And it really shows how lame you is if you are one of them type of people. I've seen a lot of Islamophobia within the UFC/MMA sphere and community. Honestly, as a Muslim man in this community, I need to call it out when I see it. People like MMA Guru who go around trying to call Khabib, Makhachev, and all the people from Dagestan cousin marriers. And that's weird, bro. Like, you're a grown man sitting over here talking about another grown man and who he is marrying. Today, this is about fighting. We shouldn't care about what these people are doing outside of combat sports. If it's something like really illegal, like what John Jones was doing back when he was currently active fighting. Back to this topic right here. Some weight division. is definitely going to be seeing a lot of new contenders now. We're going to be seeing a lot more crazier fights. And former ranked guy from strawweight, I believe, is moving up to bantamweight. We're going to be having a lot of new contenders, new fighters coming up from smaller weight classes to bantamweight. And I'm honestly so excited to see what the UFC has planned and what type of future super fights they have planned for the bantamweight division. For an example, I feel like if Alexander Pantoja beats Joshua Van, he should move up and fight for a title. I'm not gonna lie, against Merab. Straight up, we're going to be seeing the same people fighting for the title for a little minute now. The thing is, I definitely want to see somebody beat Merab, but the high chances of that, of Corey Sandhagen, I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see when that fight does happen. At the end of the day, we're going to be seeing some really interesting fights during the near future, and the weight division is definitely going to be changing. And there's going to be a lot of new things and a lot of new people we'll be seeing in different techniques. And who knows, if Corey Sandhagen ends up winning that fight, maybe we can see him fight against Umar again, or maybe him against Peter Yan, or maybe him against another contender, or even Alexander Pantoja. Who knows? Who really knows what's going to happen for the middleweight, not the middleweight, the bantamweight division. At the end of the day, we're going to be seeing something crazy, and we're going to see a lot of new fights, people rising up. This is another off-topic person, but I wanted to talk about Malcolm Wellmaker. I feel like he has a really good chance of being able to become a champion at this weight class. He has proven that he has one-hit knockout power. After what he did to that boy Chris, man, C is definitely planning on having him maybe fight Alexander Topuria. Can end up seeing one of those men fight another top 10 contender and then fight for the belt too. Make myself sound like a repeating bust over and over again. I cannot wait to see these new bantamweights throw hands with the former champions. These guys that are already ranked right now, I just don't see how any of them can get it done with any of these top 5 or top 10 ranked dudes. Like, straight up. They've been in the UFC for so long, and the fact that they're just now getting a chance just kind of shows where they've been at in their careers. The UFC has to throw out these mismatch fights. Now with all these new contenders that we have, Malcolm Wellmaker, Bryce Mitchell, Alexander Topuria, and etc., that are all coming up to this weight class to fight, we're going to be seeing like actual proper good matchups. No cap. Actually going to be able to see skill for skilled fighters fighting each other, because I've even heard too that the strawweights don't get paid as much as the bantamweights. So that's the reason why we're seeing more strawweights moving up to bantamweight and bantamweights moving up to featherweight. Me, it kind of surprised me. Like, I thought that all of the weight classes in the UFC got paid all the same. But this is the reason why a union is so important. Without a union, you will never be able to have real equal pay. Not trying to make this video politics or about what the UFC got going on with their money or about fighter pay in general. I can make a whole nother separate video on that. But that was about it, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. How y'all feel about this bantamweight division and how it's moving? Comment and subscribe. Assalamu alaikum.